All right, let's get on to it. Let me do some reading. And after that, I'm going to talk to you about two things that I think about all of this. Where is Diddy? Sean Combs remain in the U.S. amid widening sex trafficking probe, sources say. 2 days after federal authorities searched his home in a probe of sex trafficking, Sean Diddy Combs remain in the U.S. and vows to fight the allegation, source to the music legend said. His 17 square foot Holmby Hills mansion, where Combs debuted his last album a year ago, was flooded with Homeland Security Department agents who gathered evidence on behalf of an investigation being run by the U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York. According to law enforcement officials familiar with the inquiry, his Miami home was also searched. Sources with knowledge of the situation said Combs was scheduled on Monday to depart by plane for a spring break vacation with his school-aged daughters, but opted to delay the trip after learning of the search. He still has his passport, they added. The sources spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly. The agents didn't detain Combs, but they stopped a plane on the ground. Miami-Dade police officer who accompanied them arrested Brendan Paul, a man in Combs' entourage, after cocaine and marijuana-laced candy was allegedly found in his bag. Paul, 25, was recently described in a lawsuit against Combs as his mule for narcotics and firearms. Authorities have declined to comment on the case, and Combs has not been charged with any crime. This is important. Combs has not been charged of any crime. Yet, law enforcement sources with knowledge of the sex trafficking investigation said federal authorities have interviewed at least 3 women but declined to provide any details. Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, the singer known as Cassie, accused him in a lawsuit of rape and repeated physical assault, and said he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes as he watched. Joy DeCursonil accused Combs in a suit of drugging and raping her in 1991, recording the attack and then distributing the footage without her consent. Another woman, Lisa Gardner, filed a third suit in which she claimed Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall sexually assaulted her. Hall could not be searched for comment. Another lawsuit alleges that Combs and former Bad Boy label president Harvey Pierre gang raped and trafficked a 17-year-old girl. Pierre said in a statement that the allegations were disgusting, false, and a desperate attempt for financial gain. Aaron Dreyer, one of Combs' lawyers, on Tuesday called the raids a witch hunt and criticized how they were conducted. Yesterday, there were a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. Dyer said in a statement, "This is unprecedented. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusation made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liabilities in any of these allegations." The sources said that it appeared investigators searching in Combs' LA home emptied the safe, dismantled electronics, and left paper strewn in some rooms. Yes. All right. Shit is hitting the fan. I'm going to tell you what I think about this. Oh, listen. Nobody cared about this no more. They found a lot of things to talk about so that people forget about that list. Listen. I'm going to tell you two things, or maybe three, but probably two, or maybe three. First of all, as a preambule to everything I'm going to say about this, innocent until proven guilty. That is very important. That, listen, I don't know. I was not there. We cannot judge people based on just rumors, accusations. An accusation is an accusation. It doesn't mean that it is true unless you can prove it. Anybody, right? Anybody can come and say and transform any story into anything they want and destroy your character if they see fit. That is the truth. So, to me, it goes to my first point. It is very interesting to me to see the level of joy, celebration, memes, fun, and joy into seeing a fellow brother being descended into flames without people knowing yet. Is it true? Is it not true? Like, because the only thing that is true is that he settled with his ex. That's it. That's the only thing that is true. Everything else is allegation. An allegation is not truth. If I go tomorrow and say Mike Phoenix has 5 different assholes in his body, until I can provide photos, this is an allegation. Anybody can say anything about anybody. Now, if a lot of people are saying some things about you, is there fire if there's a lot of smoke? Maybe. But until you see fire, or you can prove that there's fire, it is just smoke. And do I believe some of the things that his ex was saying? Yes, completely. If she took 30 to 50 million, it continues to be a nice money grab. Deserved or not, listen, I'm not American. This is the way it works there. In France, you don't attack people telling them, yo, you did this to me, so I want money. In France, you attack people saying you did this to me, so I want you to go to jail. It's not the same culture from the culture that we have, right? So, because I've known you since you were 16. Now, imagine how, to me, I find very interesting how other cultures will defend their people. You listen, you have at least two very, very famous people in cinema that it is proven. You even have a French politician, bro. Like, there's at least 4 people in my mind that are proven pedophiles, and they are still celebrated. They still receive prizes and and they are defended by their people, and everybody's saying, "Oh, it was a long time ago, whatever. Things were not the same." Blah, blah. And we wait a minute. What if R. Kelly has a house with a bunch of girls in there? What about the Playboy guy? What about you, Jeffner? You made a whole reality show about the same thing. What about Elvis Presley? And the interesting part is, it's not them that are the first to take the rocks and throw to their heroes. It's our people. Do I mean that if somebody is black, they are over any criticism? No, of course not. I know a lot of black people that are horrible individuals, that are no better than what they're accusing Diddy of. I've seen it. We've all seen it. We all know stories of people, politicians, artists, rich people, whatever. But no group of people like the blacks. Oh, bro, you just tell them something. They don't care if it's true. You give them a rock and they will throw the rock. And they will be happy that one of us has fallen. They love it. They love it. Other people will try to find solution, protect themselves, etc. Say, hey, wait a minute, we don't know if it's true. There's no charge. But our people, their people, now our people, they know exactly how to get us to go crazy and throw the rocks. The manipulation is way too easy to read for me. Now, I'm not saying that the accusations are not true. I'm not saying the accusations are true. I'm saying I don't know, you don't know. The only people who know are the people who know. The people who were there, the people who are accusing, or the people who are defending. These are the only people who can say, I was there, I've seen it. Oh, listen, the last 30 years, did I hear stuff from my people in New York? Of course. Did I see things? Listen, I've seen things in the music business. So, there's a lot of things that don't shock me. Because listen, I've seen things in the music business. I've seen things in politics. I've seen things in life. We see things in families in general. The only thing here is when you have somebody that is seen as a legendary mogul, and the moment there's an accusation thrown, everybody turn their back. And the meme starts, and other people, and then you have old friends that are coming, and they are putting memes, and some people are staying silent, and then people love the smell of blood. So now they're like, who's next? Jay-Z, you next. Michael Jordan, who? Somebody. Let's kill all our legends, because we here and they here, and they have nothing to go here. We want them to be here. So then we feel that we high when we stay low in general. And this is the first thing that I said to myself. Because, my WhatsApp, my Instagram, my TikTok are full of messages, videos, memes, people saying finally. And I'm like, what you mean finally? What did he do to you? Huh? Okay. So at a point, I asked myself, I don't ask myself questions. I have the answers. But I'm like, if somebody tomorrow throw a false accusation on me about anything, I'd be scared more of my people than strangers, because my people will take this and run, because they love the idea of shooting you down while you are in the sky. Where other people, if they see you up there, they will go and work with you, and they will celebrate you. Some others, if they see you working hard, they will go work hard with you, so you all go up there. And when you are all up there and you say anything, they will defend. Listen, look at them right now. They are defending the impossible that I will not name. Look at them. They're finding all kind of way to justify horrible things. And here, nobody says shit. And people are there in the street manifesting and saying, yo, are you going to do something? And they're not doing nothing. You know why? Because they know they are against strong communities that are everywhere. And when they say, hey, this is the direction we're moving, everybody's activated like a cell. And when they say, yo, let's destroy that person, they have media, they have this, they have that, they in all kind of places where they can close doors for you. And I don't understand why we cannot be like this. But I lived this enough in the business to understand that yes, we are not like this. When one of us makes it, the rest of us wants to shoot them down. This is the way it is. In 2003, when I did Sumia's album, my album and Elisio's album, and I sold more or less worth of 1.5 million euros of CDs. And the CEO of Section Zouk, Harold Sangamalon, came to me with the keys of the studio, the keys of the building, the keys of the offices. He gave me copies of everything. He said, this is your home now. You can do whatever you want. You can find any artist you want, and we do a collaboration 50-50. You can bring anybody you want, and we will put them on the market because we believe that, you know, and I mean, we don't believe, we see that you can make money with us. A lot of people were talking to me while I was doing the album. A lot of people were coming to the studio. Other artists, other sub-labels of Section Zouk. But me, I was not a sub-label. I was a partner, 50-50. But, you know, they were like, yeah. I remember one guy telling me, yeah, it's interesting. An album mixing Zouk, Afro Zouk, Zouk R&B, Kizomba, Compa, Troubadour, and African with an Arab singer. That's, I mean, normally when we do a Zouk album, it's just Zouk song. And when we want to do there, we go there. But you put a little bit of everything. That's interesting. Why? And you know, I replied to him, well, I believe that if you want to have longevity, it's better to try to hit different markets. You have more chances of working in one market, two markets, three markets, and then you have more, you know, and you can have more people recognizing themselves in your music. That's my idea. And I mean, I grew up listening to everything, so I don't believe that I should just do one thing. So that's the way I do music. I do music how I grew up, multicultural. And you know what he replied to me? He told me, I don't think it's gonna work, but if it does, we will copy. And I would look at him and I was like, okay. And he left the studio. All right, cool. 1 year later, and 70,000 CDs sold later, Sumia's album is number 1. My album is number 2. Elisio's album is number 3. Abish's album is in the oven. The same person I would believe that he would do what he told me. It works. We're going to do the same. No. Him and the other guys that were there around at the time in 2004, they were doing reunions at night in the studio. And first of all, they were opening my Pro Tools session so they could get the samples. They could copy full tracks, listen to what we were recording, and then they were having long discussions. And the topic of the discussion was, how do we destroy Sushi Raw? How do we destroy Kaysha's business? How do we dismantle these guys? They are not from the West Indies. He's from Congo, she's from Morocco, this other one is from Ivory Coast, that one is from Brazzaville, this one is from Cape Verde. Like, how do we destroy them? That is the only thing they cared about. Not how how can we recreate that to make our market bigger? How can this guy just brought €1,000,005 inside of the company that we can use because we're gonna use it to promote the rest and finance the Princess Lover album, the Fanegi album, all these things. All this money is used to finance all that. And this guy is showing us the way. Let's follow the way. Let's work with him to push everybody in the front so that maybe in 5 years, all of us is 10 times stronger. In their head, they were saying to themselves, if we get 10 times stronger, he's going to be 10 times stronger. So right now we are power 3, all of us. But this guy is at power 10, we can see. So if we get 10 times stronger, we all going to be 30. But it's going to be 100. So all they cared about is how big I was going to be instead of how big we were all going to be. And that's exactly what they did. Torpedoes. The problem is, I know all the girls in Paris. So the girls who were there in the studio, the girls that they were bringing in the studio, they would call me. Yo, this is the conversations. I have spies everywhere. They ask them when they're about to sleep and they're naked on the pillow, hey, what do you have against Kaysha? And they talk. And the information comes to me. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Keep listening. Today, I'm at 500 power. And all these guys are still at 5. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Listen. One day, I call everybody, all the artists, their managers, and I tell them, French artists, Portuguese artists, Angolan artists, Cape Verdean artists, I say, let's do a YouTube channel. All of us. And in this YouTube channel, every video we have, we put everything in there. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, why? I said, oh, listen, it's called coalescing. Everybody has power here, some more than others. But in reality, even if we are all competing in the same market, if all our videos is in the same YouTube channel, everybody bring their fan to the same place, means that every video that we will do in this channel will be viewed by everybody. This is actually what I do on this channel. On this channel, you have Eligio video, Sumia's video, ABG, my videos. So I use the power I had already to push everybody. And I was like, listen, if we do this on a bigger level, yo, Nelson Freitas fans can come here and imagine the C4 bring his fans, George bring his fan, Nichols bring his fans, Ali Angel bring his, everybody, we all bring Looney Johnson, like we do a whole channel that belongs to all of us, and we have a separate person that is that works for none of us, that is like or we have a board of directors that all the money that comes from this channel is distributed not to all of us, but to shoot new videos. So let's say we make, from this channel, we make 20 million views every month. So 20 million views is 20 times, let's say, conservatively, let's say it's 60,000 euros every month. And let's say we take 30,000, we divide by everybody, and the other 30,000, we just produce more videos. And every time somebody has a new song, there's a budget from all this money that is generated to shoot videos. And maybe we have these people, they buy cameras, we form people to work for us, and now we have a channel that is making us video, and everybody makes money touring, and we have free videos essentially. And I don't remember, I know who, but I'm not gonna say his name, told me, why me, that is, I have 1 million followers, why would I help this guy who only has 800,000? And this guy only has 50,000 followers. Like, why would my money save him? And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll do all this on my channel. And you know what happened? All these people call me to cry about this guy. They all call me, the same people. They call me to cry about this guy. About Bruno. Yo, there's a white guy, he has a Kizomba channel, and he's making all the views, and he has all the video in there. Oh, this is our culture, we have to do something. And I was like, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me exactly? No, because you have to do something. I said, I'm not gonna do shit, that's my boy. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give advice to this guy, because he's doing it because he loves it, and you guys are doing it because of your egos. And My Kizomba went on to be the biggest channel of Kizomba and Afro-Caribbean music back in 2010 years ago. So our people have a problem.